Hi guys, it's Shami. So today I am going to show you how to make these beautiful handmade small flowers, and I am using paper from mulberryandmore.com. They have beautiful collage packs that you can use just to create your own beautiful gorgeous flowers. Okay, so here I have a fine line glue bottle that I got from Tuesday Mornings, and that helps a lot. And as you can see, there are a bunch of different shapes, so definitely don't freak out if yours don't look the way that you want them to look at first. It just takes a lot of practice. So you're going to need papers that are sturdy. You can use thinner papers, but I would start out with the thicker papers that you get in your collage packs, just because it gives you kind of a little bit more practice, and you can kind of see the flowers take shape better. So I have some thicker papers here. Okay, we're going to start out with this blue one, and you're going to cut about a ½ inch width of a strip of paper, okay, of your handmade paper. And I love making these flowers with handmade paper. It just makes them so much more unique and beautiful. Okay, so you're gonna cut off some green here too, and like I said, you can use mulberry paper. It just takes some practice. Okay, so you're just gonna cut off a strip of paper, and it doesn't really matter how long it is. You know, the longer it is, the bigger your flower will be. You know, but that's it. Okay, so you're gonna take your paper here, and you're gonna bring this tip to the corner there. Okay, so you're gonna take it and you're gonna make a triangle shape. Okay, like that. Okay, then how I do it is I turn it around this way so that the fold's on that side and it's towards me that way. Okay, and then I take it and I start with this little tip, and I'm just going to fold it in until I reach that point. Okay, so we're going to take it and grab our tip there, and I'm making sure that I line that tip when I fold it, that I'm folding it along that edge. Okay, take it and I'm doing it as tight as I possibly can get it. Okay, and that just helps a lot. Okay, very good. Okay, so it looks like that. Okay, and then you see here that I'm reaching the end here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my paper down and create a sharp edge. You're always going to fold your paper down this way. Okay, that's an important tip too. Okay, all right, we're going to take it and I'm going to fold it over, and again I'm lining it up with this edge over here, and that's the way that I'm wrapping my flower. Okay, just like that. And again, I reach my edge here, I'm going to fold it down, and it just takes practice. I mean, hopefully I'm showing you guys well enough, but I'll link a video below too of the lady. You can really see her hands very, very well, but she kind of goes too fast for me, so I had to just practice. And you're going to take it again, and again I folded it over, and I'm going to let it go to the edge like that. But you see that my flower is starting to take shape, and again I reach the edge here, I'm going to fold it down. And it just takes practice. I mean, you will totally get the hang of it. It just takes some practice. And your flowers are going to be different shapes, but that's okay. I think that that makes it look really pretty. Alrighty, there we go. And you just follow the lines of the edge. I think that helps the most, for me at least. It's like I just remind myself, just follow the edges of the paper. And there we go. And we're at the end there. Okay? And what you have here is you have a rose. Okay? And it's a little bit, these are a little bit bigger than the ones that I made, but I wanted to be able to illustrate to you how they look. Okay, so then what I do is I hang on to it very, very well, and I just put a line of glue right on the edge there. Okay. And these are so fun to make. You could definitely go buy them. And I was going to buy some flowers, but I thought, you know what, I have this beautiful paper. Why not make my own? You know, from Mulberry Paper and More. They sent me some beautiful handmade paper collage packs. I said, what the heck? I'm going to go ahead and make my own flowers. And I'm so glad that I did. They're so unique. And all I'm doing is I'm just putting a little bit of glue in between the openings of this flower. Okay? I can kind of push it out. And this bottle of glue is great because you can just kind of get in the nooks and crannies and just add glue. You know, and it'll stick. And I just put, you know, some until I'm satisfied that they'll kind of stay together. Okay? Just like that. But you see that I have my flower there. Just like that. So that's the first one. Okay? Very cool. And I can add some more glue there. Okay? And then I just set them aside to dry. Okay? And I can fan it out a little bit more. Kind of shape them the way that I want. Just like that. But that's perfect for me. Very good. And then these are a little flatter, as you can see. They're more square. So you just kind of have to experiment to get the kind of look that you want. That's it. So just take your time and experiment. This is mulberry paper, but it's a little bit more sturdier. Okay. Actually, maybe I'll do this beautiful gold. This is beautiful Japanese paper, which I love. So again, we're going to take that edge. And I'm just going to kind of let you watch the movements of my hands for this, but it takes maybe about 5 or 6 minutes to make each flower. Less than that as you get faster, and I'm doing it kind of slow for you guys on camera, but it just takes practice. And again, you're going to take it so it's on that other side, like that. And again, we're going to take that edge, and we're going to give it a roll. I'm going to start it again because I didn't quite like how that was. And it's kind of important to start out right from the beginning. It just makes it easier at the end. You see that? So I'm just kind of coiling it just like that. For some reason that's not going right. Okay, let's try it the other way here. There we go. I think that's better. And just experiment with your papers. That's it. There we go. Okay, and we're going to fold it down like that. And you see here that I have this flap. And I'm making sure to go over. Like that. Perfect. Okay. I'm just folding over when I reach that edge. Pinching, folding, that's it. And I know my camera is not the best for close-up, so that's why I'm going to link that video below too. Because you can really see her hands very close, which is awesome. But like I said, I think she goes too fast, so I couldn't really see. So if you look at both hers and mine, then you can see a close-up of what her hands are doing, probably better than my video. And then, but isn't that pretty? See how it's taking shape? And this is going to be much more square than the other one that I made. I'm just taking it and folding it. That's it. And I might even do one more for you guys so you can see. I mean, it'll be a longer video, but I think it's worth it. Just like that. How fun. And they're so fun to make. And they're unique. I mean, like, you have one-of-a-kind flowers. So that's what I have, right? You see that? And then, again, I'm going to glue the edge first. Keep it, you know, pretty well coiled together. This is flatter, as I said. And with this one, since it folded so beautifully, and the Japanese style paper is really good for these flowers, which you will probably most likely get some of that in your collage packs, where you can order it if you know that you're going to be making flowers. And like I said, you can use the mulberry paper. So all I'm doing is taking my glue and kind of just sticking some glue in between some of those edges there. Okay, like so. Stick some in the middle there. Perfect. Alrighty, just like that. And look at that pretty flower, that pretty rose. Do you see that? Isn't that beautiful? And yeah, just sit in front of the TV. That's what I did, and I made a ton of them on Sunday. So they're so much fun to make. Super simple. Maybe I'll show you another one with I think. I just really love the Japanese ones. Those are the easiest to work with. That's the easiest paper, but you can do it with the other paper too. Let's try this one. Since we're only at 11 minutes, so I'm going to see if I can do this one really quick. So again, we're going to take the edge, and I'm just going to kind of let you watch my fingers here. Okay, we're going to take it in, line it up against that edge, and you kind of want the sturdier papers. Like this is much more sturdier, and you can use like cardstock to practice with if you're afraid, you know, of ruining your paper. But don't be afraid, just kind of go for it. Let's see. And I like to set mine kind of in place to make like a cone shape. Do you see that? There's like a cone shape there. Oh my gosh, I hope I was in view so you guys could see me. Oh no, I'm scared now. That was great. I made some pretty flowers, and hopefully you could see them. Sometimes I don't look over as much as I should. So hopefully you saw that last one. That was gorgeous. And I'm taking it and folding it down. Bad girls. Sometimes I forget to check and make sure that I'm in frame. Alrighty, there we go. And just experiment. Just kind of take your time and go through. There we go. And some papers are trickier than the other, but you can still use them. I have some that I made from mulberry paper that was really thin, so it can be done. Like I said, you just have to practice, just be patient, and it's great because you're not using very much paper for this kind of project, so it's good. But see, there's my other rose here, and again, I'm going to take my glue and glue that edge down. Just gives it a much better shape. Okay, and I can kind of open my rose up a little bit and add some glue to the center there, right there, in the middle there, right there. Like I said, I love these little bottles, these little applicator bottles of glue. It makes it so much easier. And if you want to, you can glue as you go too. But that's another little rose. Isn't that pretty? So they're so fun to make, and let me show you. These I made from mulberry paper, and the shape's a little different, but you know, you can use them on a project. They're fine. It's just the mulberry paper, it's hard to get crisp edge. There's that one, and that was one of the first ones I made. It does not look like a flower, but it's still beautiful, and I'll definitely use it in a project. And then there's more here. So I just made a whole bunch of them, and I put them in this little jar here, and you just let them dry, and you are all ready to go. That's a really pretty one. And I'm going to use these in a project coming up that you guys will love. So please check back. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And please check out Mulberry Paper and More for all your handmade paper needs. And why go out and buy flowers when you can get a collage pack and make tons of them yourself. So I recommend that you do that. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time. Have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.